everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. Oh, I just got off the phone. I didn't realize that my voice was going to sound like this when I talked. I'm a little tired. Coming up on a holiday weekend though, so I'm going to power through today, and then tomorrow's Good Friday. But I'm going to get a few videos, hopefully, fingers crossed, done for you. And they are all going to be previews from the upcoming annual catalog. You can see I have mine in my hand. If you're expecting one from me, I've had lots of you, so many of you say, when's my catalog coming? So here's how it's going to work. If you ordered from me, I'm expecting them, they should arrive Tuesday. And sometimes my UPS man, he can come as late as 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So Tuesday, but for all practical purposes, I will have them to start working with on Wednesday. So as promised, those of you who placed an order with me in March, yours will go out first. So Wednesday, Thursday of next week, those will start going out. Then those of you who have already ordered from me in April, you will also get yours around that same time period. If you ordered both in March and April, your thank you gifts will probably go together just to save me on postage. And then after that, I need to get my card club out. So everybody in card club who needs a catalog, you have that little thing that you need to fill out. When card club goes out, your catalog will be in that. Once card club's out the door, that's a huge task. Then I will process everybody else's catalog. So if you placed an order with me, $50 or more since November of 2022, yours will go out in that. Now, if you haven't ordered from me in a while, just let me know. It's $5 to cover postage, and then when you place your first order, I will credit that back to you. So it's still free, but that way, if you just want to have a catalog for reference, you can have it. If you've never ordered from me before and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you have a demonstrator, please get your catalog from her. But if you've never ordered, or if it's been 5-10 years, I know sometimes life changes and all of a sudden you find where you want to stamp again, let me know. I'm happy to send you your first copy free, or your first, it's been a long time ago, copy free. I can't show you the inside of it, but I will do a walkthrough on May, I think we can order May 2nd. Does it say on here? Yeah, May 2nd. So that's when I will be ordering. So the funny thing is, let's go back to the way I was going to do it. So we still have a great sale right now. There's lots of things still 60% off. A few things have sold out, but there's a lot of stuff you can't order. So before I get ahead of what you can't order, and just because I know we all like to see the stuff that we can't, there's a ton of stuff that you can't order. So I just wanted to remind you, the letters are there. This card has a lot of stuff that's on sale on it, but the letters are part of our new online exclusive line, which I'm going to tie in some online exclusive product with some of the new product on today's thing. If you order from me in what's this month, April, you're getting the tutorial to make these note cards. So I'm not going to do this tutorial as a video because you're going to get it in a PDF with complete instructions. So if you want this tutorial to make these cards, order from me in April and it will come to you. This is an online exclusive stamp set, I can't talk, with some paper. And how cute would these be with that new monkey? My daughter's going to come over today, and she's probably going to do, we're going to do the color comparison video together because it's more fun to have somebody to talk to than just myself or my cats. They were just here, but they've left me. So they don't have such an opinion as my daughter might on the colors. And also, I pass all of my retired stuff on to her. She doesn't want it anymore because now her space is overflowing, but she does have a few of the old things that I've given her. So she has some things like summer star fruit. So she's bringing those over and we're going to do a video together. That I will post that tomorrow. So come back tomorrow to see all of the new colors and the comparisons to old ones. This is some embossing paste. I may get to this later on. I'll try to get it. And it doesn't have the dies because the dies are not available. When I made this card, everything on that was available. Now here, I wanted to point this out. The ribbon's retiring, and you might want to pick up this ribbon because the stamp set made it into the new catalog, as did the embossing paste. And this is a real fun little fiesta card. This is all online exclusives, and these loose frosted dots that I love are coming back. Now here's an online exclusive, and I did this card. It's on my channel a couple of weeks ago, and this paper is the In Color Glimmer paper that's retiring, and I think it's 60% off. So see, you can still shop. You can anticipate May 2nd rolling around, but there's still lots of stuff that you can find. The dainty flowers are staying, but like this ribbon is going. The paper's an online exclusive. This paper, I love this paper, and it's going. It's in the January mini catalog, which I wanted to remind you also has its own sale and also retiring. And here's those loose frosted dots. And this fabulous paper, we have a lot of it, so you guys aren't noticing it. But this is the rose gold, and I think it's staying. Some of the specialty papers I've gotten confused on. But on this card, I wanted to point out that I used the shimmery white cardstock. That is my all-time favorite cardstock. So between that and the Stamparatus, I had to take a moment of mourning because those two things, I can't believe we're leaving. So there is that. Still lots of stuff you can go find. If you want this is the higher tutorial, and if you really want the monogram, that's the one that you get at $150. But if that's the reason that you're purchasing, email me, because I can let my daughter know that that's the tutorial you'd rather have, and then I can see if she can do something to get you that tutorial. So I did this one yesterday. Oh, here, I wanted to show you this. So this is the Cheerful Daisies. This one's already posted. This is my first card for my Try It class. This is for everybody, because with this class, you'll get to use all of the new ribbons, all of the new embellishments, a selection of specialty papers. You'll get to see all of the new papers. You won't have every single sheet because we make 12 cards together. About half are fun folds, about half are templates. The longer I do this, the more of you are like, I like the template ones better than the fun folds. You get a PDF and you get videos for all of them, but some of you just like to whiz through them so you can try it all. So as the name suggests, you get to try everything in the catalog. So the paper for the Cheerful Daisies features a lot of the new colors, and it's beautiful. But I know some of you right now, wait till I get to you later on as we keep going. Right now you think these aren't your colors. But look at the, I want you to take a look at the catalog. They've used the Cheerful Daisies, and it's not in the muted Pebbled Path, which could end up, gray granite is my favorite color, which people are always like, gray granite's your favorite color? I love gray granite, and Pebbled Path is right there with gray granite. But these are in the brighter colors. So, and that is Cheerful Daisies. Go watch this and learn all about my Try It class. I show you the PDF, which is really nice, that came with the one that we did for the January catalog. For this one, I asked you, what do you want to see next? And the colors, which I would be doing, except I'm waiting for Carissa to get here, and the beautiful balloons. So keep telling me. I think next is the countryside. That's had a lot of requests. And you can, and I'm going to use the daisies. It was hard. It's hard for me to not stamp. This set, while fun, is also not in my wheelhouse because I like to color, but the dies are fabulous. And when I'm trying to show you the paper, I like to do more than just paper. And also I'm trying to go fast because I want to get a bunch of stuff up so you can just kind of see it all. So I'm going to use the beautiful balloons. So I like this set, but what I really like are the dies. I think they're in here. And I'm going to use the best die on this card, so it's not here. But look how fun this tag is. And also, it's not here. Because this, obviously, all kinds of celebrations. Graduation's coming up, so it'd be perfect for May. So you might want it on your first order for Let's Go to Our Celebrations. So thrilled for you. Yay, you did it. Perfect for graduations. So get it for May. But then look, also for Memorial Day and 4th of July, it's got those stars, which you don't even see if you don't get the dies. But it has the thing that makes the fringe, which we're going to use on this card. So that's the stamps and the dies in the bundle. Then the paper has tons of the new colors. And I think it's mostly the new core colors. It'll take me a minute to learn what's new core and what's new in. But I think these are mostly the new, because the new in colors are more earth tones. Look how cute that one is. That's got that new bubble bath. And then there's the lemon lolly. It makes me want to have like a, I think it looks like a lemon chiffon. There's the peacock back and the Lost Lagoon. And then here is the, you guys have confused me because this is, I have my pads all laying here, the Misty Moonlight. There was also the, I think we had one that was like a Moonlight something else. And then there was also the denim. And Carissa thinks that she has the denim. So if she does, she'll bring that over. There's the new Azure, which I'm going to use on this one. And then here's all of them. Isn't that fun? Look at how much fun that is. So let's do this card. It goes together really quickly. Now this suite also comes with a printed window sheet, which I fully intended to use until it covered up my design. So I took it off. So I should have put it back over here to show you because, well, I guess I need to get a piece of this out. I cut it out, but then it was, the design was too big. I could use the same one. I better use the same one. I don't want to mess it up. So I went with this, but those stars would be really cute too. Let me see how dark those are. This one would also be cute. You know, I sit here and second guess myself. So you want to know, here's a little bit of my thought process. This one would be super cute, except I need this to create the fringe. I think this is really the fringy piece. So I like this one, but I want to be able to stamp my words on it. And this is kind of hard unless you put some vellum over the top of it. The words are going to get lost on that. This one, you can see there's some lighter pieces, and that's just kind of how I chose my background. Any of the other ones that, like this one, you could stamp words on in a darker color, so you can flip it around. So sometimes when you're choosing your background, if you're going to stamp your words directly on and not put something, a tag, or I knew it was already going to be busy and that cute tag's in there, but when you see the end result, there wasn't going to be space on it for a tag. I already knew that in my head. I could do one of these, but why do I want to use that when I have these super cute pieces? So I went with this because I knew I could turn it to get one of these lighter things. And because the colors, I have the peacock, I have the berry burst. I'm gonna always have to think for a few weeks here to not say raspberry. So let's go with this. We're gonna have to cut this to be the size that we need. So we need 4 by 5 1/4, which is standard size. And I want to make sure that I keep this piece here because like I just said, I chose this specifically. So I need to keep one of these pieces. If I turn it all and I end up with these, then I've just defeated the purpose of having this piece of paper. So I want to make sure, and my card's going to go long ways because this fringe piece here, I want this to be long. If I do a 4, then I'm not going to have as much of a fringe. So 5 1/4 by 4. And now I have this down here where I'll be able to stamp my words. And this side's pretty light down there too, but this is a nice light piece. Stick all my little pieces back in here. You know, it's funny when your paper's new, you're like, oh, I'm going to save all these. And I did try putting my things on here, but the card's busy and I didn't want one more pattern introduced to this. But your paper's new and you're like, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to keep this. And then in about 6 months when I have paper overload, I'm like, I'm not keeping any more of this paper. So on this one, you need to keep a little bit of a border. Don't you hate when this happens? And I tried to use, I need to get my undo, but I got too much to do right now to clean off a die. But when you pull those up and the sticky comes with the die and doesn't stay on the paper. I hate that sticky stuff. So just pull this out here. And this will cut our fringe. So see, if you use this and you're gonna make your card before, you're not gonna get all of the colors. As it stands, this is 6 inches and we're gonna get 5 1/2. So we're gonna already lose either the lemon lolly or the pinks over on the end. I'll save that to get some more fringe. And then I have what is this color called? The Azure. Do you say Azure Afternoon? For my back. And then I have a tiny little piece of the Berry Burst. And then we're going to stamp our balloon. I'm going to stamp my balloon back in Bubble Bath. And then here's a piece of window sheet that I'm going to get dirty because I didn't see it laying there. This is where I tried the acetate, but the print on it has the gold print and it was beautiful. It was just too big for my balloon and it covered everything up. So that's not the way that it's intended to be used in this. I didn't look at the catalog because I don't like to see what the artist did before I have my own designs. So this is the Bubble Bath. I love a good juicy pad, and I love them before I have watercolored them to death and they're all dirty on the inside. So just stamp this. Now when you order your pads, new pads, it's a good idea to get the new refills because sometimes our pads and refills at the beginning, they're all ordered at the new, they're all made at the same place. And over time, the manufacturers may change. And when the manufacturers change, the refills may be a little bit different than as far as the chemical. So the color could be a little bit different. So if you get them at the same time, they're going to be the exact same color. And this is the Berry Burst. And this is the two-step stamp. You don't want to press super hard because you can see when they're a nice juicy pad, you don't want all that to go down over the top of it. I guess I can do my words. So now I know I want my words at the bottom. So just have a look and see which bottom has the lighter. And this right here is a little bit lighter. You could do them in the Peacock. You could do them in the Misty Moonlight. I'm glad my pads are all laying here so I can remember what our new names are. Several of these are returning colors, but like we've had the denim. I remember the Peacock. And these are just lighter shades, like that's Peacock and it's just lighter. So this says, I think it's time for a celebration. Really, it would be better if you have your foam pad, but if you press too hard on your foam pad while your ink pads are super juicy, you're gonna pick up some of that in the middle. So just be careful. Now let's cut these out. I'm going to show you just so you can kind of see the window sheet and the fringe. So I'm going to put your fringe on here. Now for this card, it doesn't particularly matter, but for other cards it might. So the straight edge, I'm going to kind of pull down here, and then you don't want it to go through your cut and emboss machine speed bump. You never want anything, especially this bulky and this straight, to go through straight. So just put it on and then kind of turn it so it's not going to go through straight. Otherwise, it has that awful kerplunk. Then for my balloon, I'm going to lay this here. And then I'm just going to put my window sheet right on top of it. And then line those up. And then this doesn't have to be lined up at all. And always, if you have something that doesn't matter, put it on your plate last. I'm just going to pass these through. I'd like to put my head right over the top, but nobody wants to see my head blocking it. And then make sure that when you lay them on, these would all work in the small machine. And I can't tell you how much I love my Boho Blue machine. I think they're available for everybody right now for purchase. There is a limited supply. I'll find out and I'll put it in my email if I remember. I'll get it in one of them before I forget. So just roll these through. And then we'll just kind of build this together. This is stuck because of that little sticky that's on my thing. So this is not stuck. It was that's stuck, and I'll have to clean that off. So with this, you can see, and there's probably going to be other fun uses that we come up in for ways to use this. Now you can get your paper trimmer if you want this to be straight along the edge. It doesn't matter to me. So I'm just going to take my snips and go straight along the bottom. Just like this, and that's going to create the fringe. Now, if you do the top as well, you could have some confetti, which I think you could put then inside the shaker card. If you use the balloon and put the acetate on, then you could make some shaker. But that's what we need for this. And here's the fringe for our balloon, which there's also a stamp, and then there is also a string, which I had the string out to put on. Again, this is kind of a busy card, so I found myself backing off from several of the things that I thought I was going to use. So let's assemble it. Our azure afternoon. I should have found out for sure how you said that before I started this video. I feel like it might be Spanish. Is it Spanish? Somebody can tell me. My daughter was here. She's a Spanish major. She used to teach Spanish in high school. She's a Spanish major. So we're going to put this together on here before we stick it on here. We're going to start with adding some adhesive. Now you want to make sure that you don't put adhesive under here or the fringe won't stick up. I'm going to take my bone folder and ever so slightly pull the fringe so they kind of separate, but you have to be careful. And if you find that you tear them, then just give yourself a bigger piece at the top. I'm trying to conserve paper because they don't let us order very much paper before you all can order from the catalog. And I want to be able to start cutting what I need for my Try It class. But I haven't designed the card, so I don't even know what sheets I need. And I mean, I have to buy tons of packets of paper. And it's not even cutting the paper, it's really making the die cuts. If I decide and try it, we're gonna do a fringe, then I wanna be able to use this if that's what I decide. So I have this, and I'm gonna put it, I want mostly the lemon lolly, because our balloon's already pink. So I can lose some of the pink at the end of this strip. Because we're going to lose that color, but we have it in the balloon. Just snip that off there. And then again, I'm going to take my bone folder. And you want to be gentle. You don't want them to bend. But I do want to make sure that everybody who sees this card realizes that's fringe. Who wants to sing the Oklahoma song now? And do this before you put your ribbon on, because you can hold on to it. I did it after on my first card because, you know, you learn something. Now, I'm going to take this ribbon, I think goes with, when I did my unboxing, I thought it maybe went with, I don't remember what, but now I think that maybe it goes with the Zoo. I don't know what it goes with. It's the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack. So it's these two, but it matches. I'm not 100% sure it's either of the colors. And then this is an online exclusive because I thought it needed a tiny bit of bling. I'm going to go back on here now, and I'm going to add a couple more strips of adhesive, and one's going to be right over the top of that. It will help hold all that on there. So I'm going to take a strip of this. It's just going to add a little bit of sparkle. And then I'm going to add a strip of, this is a different order than my other card, but it doesn't matter. Strip of this. And leave just enough overhang that you'll be able to fold those around. If you're a demonstrator and you're going to have any kind of in-person catalog event to kick it off, this would be a fun card to make because it's super easy. And it will remind everybody that you can go online and look at those online exclusive things because they're not in any kind of print. And then get a strip of the green, which may or may not be Lemon Lime Twist, but because the colors fade in and out, it could be Parakeet Party. It could be greeny apple green, but it works because that's the great thing about our colors, they coordinate. This could be petal pink. I thought about just putting the silver, but I really liked that. Isn't that pretty? Adds to the little party atmosphere. So flip this around and then do a rectangle of adhesive with an X in the middle. It doesn't have to be a whole X. I'm just going to do a slash. You don't need to overkill the adhesive. Our adhesive is strong and it holds. And then just fold those over. And pop these on here. Helps if it's straight. There we go. And then I put my balloon on. And you want to make sure that you don't cover up any one of the colors. This time I'm going to go a little higher off the top of my card. The other one I realized after I could have. And then I'm going to grab my one that will make my balloon look like it's plastic. And I'm going to put some adhesive right here because you'll be able to see it through there, but that's going to get covered up with our little dangly. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive right there. And that's plenty to hold this. You could use a little dab of glue if you want, but I want to get this video done so I can move on to my next thing. And then I'm going to get some glue on here. And just a little bit down here. Again, you want to be sparing on the adhesive for this because I don't want it to be on there. But that's going to cover up that little dab of adhesive there. Maybe none actually stuck to it. There, we got it. And then I'm going to take a couple of different things. I'm going to use my Wink of Stella because I think it needs just a little bit more bling to go in with that silver ribbon. So I'm just going to add some. It looks really good, especially on these darker colors. And then I'm just going to kind of give some swirls of, not on all of them, and just kind of like on the edges. Not going to do it on the balloon because that window sheet doesn't need it. And then I have, these are called adhesive backed solid gems. Stampin' Up, if you're listening, I would like to name our embellishments. The colors always have such fun names, and then it's like my husband named the embellishments. They never are very creative, and they all always sound the same, like they're all the same names. Now for this one, obviously what the copper, I don't know, maybe these went with the sunflowers. It's not what I used with the sunflowers, but looking at them, maybe they did. I don't know, because I didn't have the catalog, and I just opened my box yesterday and went with it. I'm going to use one of these blues. And you know, over here where I have adhesive, I can see it. Now, nobody can. So I'm going to use a big blue, a little blue, and then a medium lemon lolly. That's the color that I will remember the name. And there is a super cute little card. You know what I'm going to do? I didn't do it on my other one because of the order that I did things. But I think this also needs a little bit of Wink of Stella. This Wink of Stella has a lot of gold in it. Sometimes they're a little bit more gold than the other. This one has 2 yellows and a blue, but you know what I said about trying to conserve when they don't let us have very many of anything. Because I firmly believe that all cards should have 5 to 7 embellishments, but not during pre-order time. During pre-order, I'm a firm believer in 3 embellishments, as I am in Try It Glass. We do 3, and in Card Club, we do 5 to 7. It just depends on how much you have of something. Isn't that fun? I hope you can see the window sheet and then the Wink of Stella. So there you go. Come back tomorrow for the color. And then I will try to get one more that I'll have posts on Saturday or Sunday, and then be back next week. And I'll get a couple of more in, and then I am going to go, I wanted really to get 1 or 2 more things with, I have in-person camp. If you're in the Indy area, I have not advertised for in-person events for probably 1.5 years. Oh no, since before the, you know what, I'm not going to say the word because my video may take longer to post as they do their checks on it. But, you know, before 2020, I haven't advertised. But I do have in-person events that take place in the mornings once a month on Fridays. It's April 12th this time. Not having it in May. I have not missed a month. We missed one in 2020. But we will miss May because I won't be here enough Fridays to make it happen. So for this month, they're getting half retired and they're getting half new. So this is probably a camp project. Another reason why I'm being slight on the things that I'm using. If you're interested in attending, you can email me. I'm not going to put it in any kind of advertised thing because I would like to keep my in-person events very small. So that's what I have for you, but I will do a couple more retired things because they will be making some online exclusives and 1 or 2 last chance things. Everybody have a great day, and I will catch you back here later. Bye.